Hockey Night in Canada and the NHL on Sportsnet present the Stanley Cup Final.
A Saturday night in Vegas under the bright lights of the Stanley Cup Final.
Overtime winner, Seth Jarvis. It's a dramatically different series now.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States and Newfoundland.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got a stick. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing.
Sin City Saturday night. Thank you, Panic at the Disco. It's 41 Celsius. That's 105 degrees. And Kevin, you've been complaining already. You're hot at our broadcast position. I'm just thinking.
Watch the ice.
You said the other night. That's right. Watch the ice. Because when we walked in, Jen, the security guard was, hey, shut that door.
Yes.
We need to keep the cool air in. But it is warm in the building. And it's interesting because Carolina in Game 2, Game 1, cycle chances for Vegas 16-4. They only had a few, 4 in fact, in the game the other night. They were not winning all those races to pucks. The Canes were winning those races to pucks, so they want the speed game. Vegas doesn't. Welcome to Game 3, Hockey Night in Canada. Jennifer, Kelly, and Kevin, and McNabb. Let's go there.
Okay, so earlier today, none of us had any idea if Braden McNabb was going to be in the lineup. He's taken out of the lineup with that shot to the face last game. So this is about 2:44 p.m. this afternoon. That's great news, because if he wasn't in the lineup, he wouldn't be coming to the rink that early. Then we're going to take a look at him in warm-up. Now, this is going to be interesting, though. I can't remember the last time he's probably worn a full cage. So how will that affect his eyesight? I know as a goaltender, I got used to it, but it wasn't ideal. So here are pairings, and as expected, McNabb is going to be with Theodore. No way they're going to break up Hanifin and Anderson, Lauzon and Coughlin. So good news if you're a Vegas fan.
Would any other athlete in any other sport play in this game?
Not
You
a
see
chance.
the scar was
Yes.
underneath all the way around.
No.
And him being out last game, Kel, that really affected the game. And if you didn't watch all of Game 2, I'm going to give you a little bit of a recap of what happened. It was a reluctance to change or a stubbornness by the Hurricanes. Their game wasn't working through 2 periods, but they didn't change. They didn't waver. They tried skating the puck in the first period early, and they turned pucks over, and they didn't get any zone time. They didn't create. The few times they did try to do it and pull up, nothing happened. So they went back to their game, which is dumping it in, forechecking, trying to recover it, and at times they still were creating, and I thought, man, they got to change something, and they didn't. They stayed with their game, and they said, you know what, eventually this is going to wear down the 5 defensemen, and it did right here. Rasmus Anderson, he gets a great play by Stankoven to wedge him here. Stick on one side, seal with the body on the cutback. It's a defenseman's technique. He uses it to get the puck back, setting up this goal. But that was a tighter play by Rasmus Anderson. I really thought he kind of wore down like they all did, and that was the first goal that got the Canes going, got the crowd going, and then the carry effort to anchor that leg and Janikowski going bar down, Hamilton, Ontario right there. That tied the game right there. And then in OT, this penalty right here, you know, again, is that a little bit of fatigue because Carolina was taking it to him. We got all the zone time, and then the finisher, the Jarvis, the Gusta spear, no looker. And then he allows Jarvis to have his little celebration right there. So the high flips are going to happen again tonight. The ice is going to be bad, so that's going to be something to watch for.
Okay, so game 2, the Carolina Hurricanes, they did make some adjustments to their line combinations. Many wondering if game 3, would they keep those same line combinations? So you think in game 2, when they made those changes, it actually was the Vegas Golden Knights that had the advantage in shots for those 2 new line combinations. So tonight, it's looking like they are going back to the same lines that they have had for months and months, with Jarvis back up on that top line with Aho and Svechnikov. But Ron, you know those 3 guys on that top line are feeling far better about themselves. Jarvis with that massive OT winner. Then you had Aho and Svechnikov both factoring in on the last 2 goals of the game for the Hurricanes. And Brind'Amour now knows if he wants a little change or creates a spark, he can do so. But going back to this consistency we've seen from him so often.
Terrific. What a vibe in here. You heard the public address announcer say, welcome to the Stanley Cup Final between your visiting Carolina Hurricanes and the Golden Knights of Las Vegas. That's next.
New McCafe Refreshers. A rush of vibrant flavors. Icy cool and undeniably refreshing. Part of the new McCafe lineup from McDonald's.
Cheeseburgers, hot wings, sushi, calzones, pierogies, beard shampoo, and conditioner.
You can win 1 of 50 pairs of 2026 Stanley Cup Playoffs tickets with every skip order.
Tiramisu.
At BDC, we open the doors to defense for business, big or small. Because a boot made here can set the pace for an entire mission. With our steel, we strengthen our presence at sea. And with artificial intelligence, our data drives action. Make defense your business. BDC, financing, advising, know-how.
Barbecue Brawl on Food Network.
The Stanley Cup Final on Sportsnet. Brought to you by Rogers and presented by Instacart.
So I want to thank Kevin for explaining to me what's happening here.
Don't tell him, Ron.
It's a very special show they're going to have for us at T-Mobile involving the biggest challenge yet for Vegas, Mother Nature. Get it? A hurricane. I didn't get it. Anyway, it's been impressive to see what they're doing. Stankoven with his 10 goals. Jordan Stahl, the captain. Brett Howden with 13 goals. Let's send it to a golden night, a hockey night. Any time of year, any time of night. You can find it here.
A storm is brewing, and you are ill prepared for the power that Mother Nature holds.
Stand down! This fortress can withstand any attack!
Heed my warning. The storm is here! Feel my unlimited power!
Vegas, the brightest place on earth, and hosting the brightest stage in hockey for a third time. There are a lot of places along the 4.2-mile strip where the decks are stacked, the opportunity to stack chips, to stack bills. You will not find Rod Brind'Amour chasing any of that entertainment. Hasn't lived his hotel before coming to the rink this afternoon. He is all about stacking memories. It's what he tells his team all the time. He wanted the cup as a player. Now he wants it so bad for his guys to experience everything that comes with being a champion. Seth Jarvis stacked the memory of being a hero in Game 2. He said he's enjoying it with his best friends, the one he shares a dressing room with, and the ones along for this wild ride. They are still chasing the one memory that the Golden Knights will never forget in this building 3 years ago. Mark Stone said it was the toughest 2 months he ever lived as a player, but the memories are why you do it. Doesn't Brayden McNabb know a little bit about that? It is Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final. Anything for these memories.
Welcome to Vegas! It's Game 3 of the 2026 Stanley Cup Final, featuring the Carolina Hurricanes and your Vegas Golden Knights. Now let's meet the teams. First, the visiting Carolina Hurricanes. Head coach, Rod Brind'Amour. On defense, in his 6th season, number 19, DeAndre Miller. On defense in his 8th season, number 26, Sean Walker. At forward in his 9th season, number 50, Eric Robertson. At forward in his 10th season, number 28, William Carrier. At forward in his 10th season, number 77, Mark Jankowski. In goal in his 13th season, number 31, Frederick Anderson. And now, your Vegas Golden Knights. Head coach, John Tortorella. At forward, in his 11th season, number 26, Nick Dowd. On defense, in his 14th season, number 3, on defense in his 11th season, number 27, Shea Theodore. At forward in his 6th season, number 22, Cole Smith. At forward in his 7th season, number 55, Keegan Colasar. And in goal tonight, in his 7th season, he's number 79. He's Carter Fans, please rise and remove your caps for the national anthem. Signed tonight by Vegas resident and deaf performer with PXB, Audrey Adiola, and performed by Golden Pipes, Carnell Johnson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Audrey Adiola and Carnell Johnson. Game 3, Stanley Cup Final starts right now. Please welcome the offensive line of your Las Vegas Raiders and Fernando Mendoza. Runner, grab this thing. Let's go!
Well, after a blockbuster opening 2 games in Carolina, the Stanley Cup Final takes up residency for the next 2 on the Vegas Strip. The series broke even at 1 apiece in Raleigh tonight. It's Game 3 from the Fortress. How about the ovation for Brayden McNabb? You saw the sparkle in the eye of Shea Theodore in his interview with Kyle Bukauskas, and you know that it is sending a ripple through this Vegas Golden Knights team.
Men, welcome to Vegas. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's buckle up. Have a great game.
Wes McCauley buckled up. Zimmer, they're going to start with the 2 fourth lines here in Game 3.
Kind of indicative of these two teams. Fourth lines